Hello, welcome to my Hermit Sanctuary channel. My name is Em, and in this video, I wanted to just lightly introduce myself and what kind of channel this is going to be. I've experienced quite a lot in my life, and most of the experiences were not that well. I've had very extremely toxic family and family environment. Because of that, I was highly depressed and anxious. My social anxiety turned into something called acute paranoia. And acute paranoia contracted a symptom called sensory distortion. In my case, it was mostly auditory. So what this means is that when we take in the information from our senses, like sight, hearing, touch, taste, smell, it goes into our brain. And then the brain converts those data into something that we can comprehend. And then we experience that moment. So our experience is pretty much what our brain thinks that we see or hear or touch or taste. But in my case, like when I would hear things, like my brain would turn the conversation of people walking by into something that aligns with my belief. And at the time, I believed that people were dangerous. People were out to get me. People are not to be trusted. So guess what? I would hear people making fun of me. It sounded like people somehow knew everything about me and making fun of every little detail in my life. And most people, when they hear that, they would think that how could you not tell that it's not true? And that sounds insane. But that experience is that real. I could not walk into a park without feeling anxious, or malls, movie theaters, anywhere public. I could not even go without having like a panic attack. That ultimately led to me skipping school for about 3 months. So yeah, I became a shut-in. I'll make a video of that experience later on. But I never really felt like I had any purpose or joy in living. It took me a long time to heal from that experience, for about 10 years or so. And when I finally got to the point where I stopped hearing auditory distortion, then I actually started to doing everything I can to live a more happy life. But even then, my mindset was not up to par. It was not at the healthiest place. I put a lot of limitation in myself. So even though I have more quality to work in higher income jobs, I would be stuck working in restaurants for 10 years because I thought that was the only thing I'm good at. It wasn't until I started actually working on myself about 2 years ago that I actually started to live a better life. So the beginning of that was when I started watching the self-help videos on YouTube. I was scrolling during COVID lockdown, and I saw this girl transform her life from a very depressed, anxious girl into a badass. And I was like, oh my god, if this lady can do it, I can do too. So I just locked in and just write a journal every single day. I made like a vision board. What really changed my life was when I wrote a letter to my past self. That was when I finally came in terms with my past, with my childhood self. And I kept on working on it until I'm at a point where maybe I get depressed like once a month. When back in the day, at the worst time of my life, I was thinking about every single day. Now that I'm in a happier place, like when I think back, I realized that when I was younger, when I was shut-in, like a shut-in, and the one thing that I really wanted was just somebody to listen to me. Just feel like I wasn't alone. And then it made me realize, like, there's so many people out there in the similar position as I am. Not being completely happy, but thinking that that's just the normal way of living, even though they have so much more potential. Or just staying in their depressed self and mindset and then wondering why they're stuck. It's because they feel alone. So I've always dreamed of making a YouTube channel and then building a community where everybody can just be heard. I named this YouTube channel Hermit's Sanctuary because the word hermit is inspired by the tarot card, the Hermit. The card can be interpreted as a time to work internally, or if the card is in opposite position, like upside down, it could mean that you need to go outside. But for this channel, it's more so like working internally, healing, going through the healing process, doing the shadow work, so you can be a happier version of yourself. Now, I've seen people on YouTube making comments that these self-help communities in, well, books and videos don't really help people, or it just kind of perpetuates depression to give ideas to people that they're not good enough, that you have to work on yourself. I mean, if you're happy with yourself and where you're at, go at it. I'm happy for you. But if you are feeling stuck, if you're not happy, if you know that you have more potential, if you have a goal that you want to aim or wish, it's just like a diamond. If you've ever seen like the actual pure diamond before it gets polished, it just looks like any other rock. But it's because of those professionals that polishes those diamonds that it gives it the true shine. Everybody has potential. Everybody can live a happier life. You just gotta learn how to believe in yourself. And I believe in everybody. Second of all, I'd just like to imagine like hermits in a cave, like forming a circle, and then just talking about like how can we improve ourselves, talking about our experiences, sharing our wisdom to help each other. I think it's really cute. So maybe for my fellow viewers, I might start calling them hermits. Don't take it out of context. Don't take it personally. I want to spread awareness of auditory distortion, so I'll make a couple of videos on that too. But I don't even wish my enemy to go through what I went through. It was just pure torture. That feeling like everybody is the enemy. Like not being able to give yourself the chance to even connect and get to know or even have a normal conversation with people, because you have all these thoughts that people are out to get you, and your brain becoming your bully and giving you this idea that everybody thinks bad about you. Yeah, I was so isolated. I was not living life at the time. And if there's anybody out there, like, I want to support them, love them, make sure that they understand that they're not alone. If you're interested in any of my contents, please give it a thumbs up and then subscribe so you get more of my future videos. And I hope that we can improve and grow into the most highest potential of ourselves together. I think that would be nice. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.